The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Oh, there's the stiff arm. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. It was a foot race and he won it. And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Down here for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They're going to run it. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Holmes. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Seminoles looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. On the junior, gets home making a sack there. So bad plays on first and second down puts them in a tough spot here. Third and very long. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. After consecutive losses, they need a miracle here on third and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Kromenhoek. Quick throw to his receiver. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Running it back, it's Morgan. Returner one down. Sets up the next drive.
And the Michigan offense will take over.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Oh, and he breaks free. He's got room to run now. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The back in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. The Wolverines will come to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to throw it on third and very long. He'll take a deep shot. Catch made inside the 10. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion. And the Wolverines line up with a first and goal. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. Here's a run to the left looking for the touchdown.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. State offense on the field. The last drive stalled. They'll be forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. It's Kromenhoek. Close to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And the Seminoles come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
With the catch, it's Lucas. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 14, Florida State 0.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The ball near midfield. No punting tee. The offense is going for it. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's got some open field ahead. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to the 36.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. They'll run it here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's the consistency in his back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The Wolverines pick up enough for a first down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Looking to throw. It's Warren. Slides a quick throw. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And the Wolverines trying to cash in here in the red zone. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. He'll hand it off. The gain's 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. The gain moves the ball to the 34. And the Noles will crank up the tempo. That's a design quarterback keeper. The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Kromenhoek. Caught quickly. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning. Gets a fresh set of downs.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Noles will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. No huddle here for the offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking for a gap. It's Holmes. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. 1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime.
29 Philly.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. They're going to score with a run to the right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The 10th play of this drive is a 3rd down and goal. Heading left after the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on them. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
DAT makes it a 17-7 game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage. The Wolverines will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. No huddle now for the offense. He'll ride the back again here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. To throw, it's Warren. The short completion of the tight end. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. The kick is short, and that's going to be returnable. They better get down and cover this. Physical run, breaking tackles. And they're finally able to stop him. A huge gain and a touchdown-saving tackle as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down. We're going to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Important second down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage to get a first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Get some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Ball handed off. He powers through. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3?
Jackrabbit.
Direct snap to the back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They go with a direct snap. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. And the single back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Man, I love to see the big guys get a chance to make a play like this. Usually it's the guys off the edge, the linebackers, maybe a blitz, but instead, the big fella at nose tackle gets the sack.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. They'll run it to the left. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Trying for a fourth down completion. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
Michigan 17, Florida State 10.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Breaks free. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feed him the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. On the kickoff is Hammer and sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? That's caught. It's Benson. Gets out of bounds as a short gain on the play. The Noles looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back. It's Kromenhoek. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
The Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving. And the Seminoles looking to keep this drive rolling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He went for it, and he gets it on the scramble. That is deflating for this defense.
I'd really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Seminoles. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Now they line up to kick the extra point.
On for the extra point.
PHC is good. They still trail, though.
Michigan.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
The game makes it second and medium. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. And the running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the second half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. To throw, it's Warren. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry up. First and goal, handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Gives it to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one. Second down play coming up. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Wolverines lining up here on 1st and 10.
Get set,
Handoff heading left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's the 2nd down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Game time, about a minute to play in regulation.
3:25.
Keeping it on the ground here. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll give it to the back. I tried to use the stiff arm there, but the defense corrals him quickly.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Long enough and good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
After the late field goal, they'll kick it away. The offense a chance to tie it up if they can get into field goal position quickly. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. To throw, it's Kromenhoek. He's moving out of the pocket. Took contact on the throw. One last pass attempt falls incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.